You're telling me that he lied about his job? Red flag. She's consistently late on her bills and it's negatively affected her credit score? Red flag. Wait, you've been dating for how long and still haven't talked about money at all? Red flag. In this video, I'm going to cover how to spot financial red flags and how to think through whether it makes sense to stay in the relationship, if the issues are fixable, or whether you should cut your losses and peace out. Hey guys, Melissa Dargan here, and welcome to my YouTube channel on personal finance. Before we get started, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks for the support. And subscribe to my YouTube channel to learn more on personal finance and be updated when new videos are released each week. Also, don't forget to grab your favorite drink. For me, it's a cranberry cocktail because it's no longer dryuary. And join me to learn more about how to spot financial red flags. Cheers to that! Although it's common knowledge that money is one of the top reasons for fights in relationships, and financial disagreements are one of the top leading causes of divorce, it's still hard for people to face the truth when it comes to matters of the heart. And that's why I'm doing this Love and Money series, to explore issues related to money and relationships. Recently, one of my friends was sharing with me his relationship concerns because he is learning that the person that he's been dating for the past 6 months is more and more financially irresponsible. Think late on rent, bad credit, and lied about their job. And this all didn't come out at once. It's been something that he's learned throughout the course of the relationship. After listening to his story, I asked, "Why are you still in this relationship?" And he said, "Because I love him." All I could think about and what I eventually said was, sometimes it takes more than love to make a relationship work long term. Quick aside, I'm not saying that money is more important than love, nor am I saying to dump this person immediately. Some financial red flags are fixable. What I am saying is, if you value financial stability for you and your partner, it's very important to think about what financial red flags exist and whether or not they're fixable. Spoiler alert, someone who doesn't have the same financial priorities as you or has unfixable red flags may not be the right fit for you. So if you're looking for a life partner and value financial responsibility, make sure you look out for these 4 financial red flags. Be sure to stay until the end when I'll share with you my thoughts on whether it's worth it to stay or whether you should go. Changing the scenery right now. Financial red flag number 1 is if the person lies about their finances or their job. Financial lies, whether small or big, are still lies. Be cautious if somebody lies to you about how much credit card debt they have, or if they say that they're the manager at the place that they supposedly work and are actually an entry-level employee. To be clear, lying is the red flag here. It's not the fact that the person has credit card debt, because if they're paying it off responsibly, that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with being an entry-level employee. If you earn a wage and have a job, that's respectable. The real problem here is that they lied, plain and simple. When relationships are supposed to be built on trust and that trust is broken, what else do you have left to build on? Also, it begs the question, if they can lie about all these things, what else can they lie about? The good news is that this can be a fixable red flag. If the lying partner decides to own up to their mistakes and tell the truth moving forward, this is something you can work on with your partner. Red flag number 2, they're unable to talk about money. If your significant other avoids talking about finances, gets angry whenever money's brought up, or they dodge questions whenever finances becomes a topic, that is a red flag. As you get serious or more invested into the relationship, it's important for you to be able to talk to your partner openly about money. You don't have to talk about finances on the first date, but if you're starting to get serious, thinking about moving in or perhaps getting married, which congratulations, then you definitely want to start talking about money. How you guys are going to split the bills, what your credit scores are, how you're going to split utilities. And you definitely want to get this done before moving in, because you don't want to be blindsided after you signed a contract and are committed financially. For tips on how to talk about finances with your significant other, check out my video, How to Talk Money with Your Partner, link above, and I'll also include a link in the description below so that you can check it out after this video. Now, if there's one thing that you take away from this video, it's that communication about money is fundamental in successful relationships. Another spoiler alert, money will continue to come up throughout the relationship, whether that's when you move in or open a joint account. Perhaps it'll come up when you're buying your first home together or saving for retirement. Money, whether you like it or not, is here to stay. Keep in mind that if your partner can't effectively talk about money now, it's only going to create an ongoing struggle, and it may also expose other communication gaps that you and your partner may have that you will want to work on. I would think twice if your partner refuses to work through any communication barriers, because talking about money is inevitable. Good news is that while this red flag is concerning, it is fixable. And so if your partner is willing to work through some of the communication barriers about money, there is hope that you can build a strong, lasting relationship. Red flag number 3, financial irresponsibility. Does your significant other pay their rent and bills on time? Have they filed for bankruptcy recently? Do they pay down their debt responsibly? Are they able to live within their means? If you value personal finances, these are the questions you need to be asking yourself about your significant other. Financial irresponsibility is a red flag that you need to be highly cautious of. If your partner is late on paying any of their bills, that can affect their credit score. If they overspend, that is a very costly trait. And if left unchecked, it could affect you, your credit score, and your financial goals too. For instance, let's say that one of your goals is to own a home and your partner has a bad credit score and no savings, then that's going to affect that goal. You may now not be able to afford a home or have to push out the timeline of when you would want to achieve that goal. It only takes one person in the relationship to be financially irresponsible, and that will affect both parties. If your partner struggles financially, it's important to drill down and figure out what the root cause is. Are they late on payments because they forgot? Maybe auto pay can help. If they're late on rent because they overspent the month before, perhaps cutting back on unnecessary purchases will help them stay on time in payments. It's all about finding solutions that your partner can commit to so that they can become financially responsible. Be careful, because while this financial red flag is fixable, it does require a higher level of commitment in order to follow through and become financially responsible. Otherwise, if your partner continues their poor money management habits, it will affect you both as a couple. Red flag number 4, having bad debt or bad credit. And side note, having debt is not always bad. It depends on what kind of debt that you have and if the person is actually paying that debt on time and responsibly. There is a difference between someone who owes $50,000 on a home loan and pays their mortgage on time every month versus someone who owes $50,000 in credit card debt and struggles to make the minimum payments every month. So even if your partner has debt but pays it off every month on time, that is positive. For more on how to pay down debt, check out my video, The Smart Way to Pay Down Debt, link above, or check it out in the description below after this video. Debt is one thing, but having bad credit is a whole nother story and is more concerning. It's not a showstopper, but it is something that you definitely want to dig more into and learn why your partner has bad credit and if it's something that is fixable. Good news is that credit can improve. Bad news is that over time, it isn't something overnight. And so you really want to understand what led your partner to have bad credit to see if it's something that you both can work on together to improve. Remember, credit scores will affect both of you as a couple. From buying your first home together to opening joint accounts, it's important for you to maintain good credit scores or at the very least be committed to building it up. Now, if you've seen some of these financial red flags, the question is, do you stay or do you go? Financial red flags are warning signs. If you see these red flags and still want to make the relationship work, the good news is that there are solutions. As long as your partner is willing to work together to make the changes and follow through, these are positive signs that both of you can get past these money obstacles. However, if your partner continues their bad money habits or refuses to make any changes, you have one of two options. You can either accept the fact that you are going to have to carry the financial portion of the relationship, or you can peace out. If you value financial stability, really think hard about this. If your partner refuses to make any changes, it comes down to you. You can either change your financial priorities, or you can find someone new who aligns with your financial values. I fully recognize that it's harder to be the one in the relationship and make this kind of decision. Emotions are complex. That being said, it's ultimately on you to define the kind of life you want to live with your partner and live with the decision that you make. So be sure to choose wisely. Now, if you found these love and money tips helpful, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks for the support. And feel free to pass this video along to any friends who may need some financial relationship advice. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to be updated whenever new personal finance videos are released each week. See you in the next video. Wait, you're still here? Go ahead and check out these other personal finance videos that I think you'll enjoy. See you in the next video.